Hi guys. Last week I was in Mumbai, India, and there I visited India's very first cat cafe. This was not my first time going to a cat cafe. In fact, I have visited cat cafes in the US, Singapore, and Japan. But the reason why I wanted to go to this cat cafe is because of one lovely cat called Zatoichi. Before I share more details about Zatoichi, let me enlighten you on why I am making this video. So, when I went into the cat cafe and when I interacted with Zatoichi, I realized that there's so many life lessons that we can learn from animals. And in particular, Zatoichi, who was born blind. Through my interactions with Zatoichi and from what I gathered from the staff of Cat Cafe, Zatoichi is really strong and she's able to defend herself very well. So even though she's blind, she is able to fight the other cats if, let's say, they get into an argument, and other cats are afraid of her. And one thing that I've noticed about Zatoichi is that she was not sitting in one corner weeping about her disability. She was running around, she was playing just like any other cat. It's only when you looked at her then you would realize that she does not have eyes. This is one thing that we can learn from Zatoichi. Don't feel sorry for yourself, even if you're not feeling well, even if you're feeling low, even if you're disabled. Do not feel sorry for yourself. Do not go on regretting about what has happened or think about what you can't do. Just go ahead and do it. When I looked at Zatoichi, I got reminded of an incident that happened when I was 5 years old. So I had accompanied my grandmother to a supermarket and we had placed all the items that we wanted in a basket and we proceeded to the cashier. So the guy scanned the items and then he placed all the items in a bag. And then he told us that because we had shopped for an X amount, so we would get a particular item free. So he told my grandmother to go and get that particular item from the aisle. So I was just wondering, why was he not getting up and giving us that particular item? Because I had seen that in the past. If, let's say, a customer was entitled to a particular product, the shopkeeper or the cashier would go and get that item for the customer. They wouldn't ask the customer to go to the aisle and then get it for himself or herself. So I found this behavior to be a bit strange. So as a curious kid that I was, I just peeked. I just looked over to see, what was happening on the other side. Why was he not getting up? Then I realized that he was disabled. He had no legs. So that's the reason why he was just seated on the chair and he was not moving. As you can see, even after 26 years, my trip to the supermarket is still there in my head. I've not forgotten it. Because I learned a very important lesson that day, that even if you're disabled, you still have to earn, you still have to work to make your ends meet. You can't feel sorry for yourself. You can't expect people to give you money out of pity. That's not going to happen. So no matter what happens in your life, you have to move forward. You have to carry on living. So my interaction with Zatoichi reinforced the importance of resilience. I've come across two different groups of people. In one group, you've got people that are well-to-do, who are healthy, but they put limitations on themselves. And on the other hand, there are people that have disabilities, but they're able to do great things. One example, I think many of you would have probably heard about him, is Nick Vujicic. He is a motivational speaker, born without arms and legs. But he's still traveling to various places. He's motivating people to do their best. So please do read about him. The main takeaway from this video is to not have limitations on yourself. It's not physical limitations that stop us from doing something. It's the mental limitations. The next time you think that you can't do something, think about Zatoichi. Think about Nick Vujicic. And you'll automatically derive the strength to do great things in life.